Should psychedelics be allowed in the state of Illinois for therapeutic purposes? That's a question that legislators started talking about almost 2 years ago. Now they're finishing up the current General Assembly, continuing that conversation. Could we see this thing move forward into the new General Assembly? Welcome back. It's Illinois in Focus Daily, and I'm Greg Bishop. Let's get into it. Back in 2020, where are we at now? Early 2023, January, House Bill 1 was filed by Chicago State Representative LaShawn Ford, and it would essentially say that you could have psychedelic substances like psilocybin, also known as magic mushrooms. There's others as like ketamine and a variety of other different types of hallucinogenic substances that, when ingested, gives you what colloquially is called a trip. You start hallucinating. And some people are finding therapeutic benefit out of it. So LaShawn Ford filed this House Bill 1 early 2023. Here we are after 2 years of a General Assembly, getting ready to close it out. It didn't move forward, but there's still a lot of conversation being had by it. Well, the Illinois House Mental Health Committee held a hearing, and this is some of the opening and the proponents talking about the benefits of access to psychedelics for therapeutic purposes.
We're going to hear from a handful of people who are not only licensed behavioral health professionals themselves, but they are also veterans, and they are also people who have struggled with PTSD, and they are also people who have utilized psychedelics to heal.
It's like this was a last-ditch effort to help me to reclaim my mental health, to heal that moral injury, and I had a therapeutic journey that was profound, transformative. I was able to access and heal these deep wounds in my psyche. And it was just days after that, my wife, I remember standing in the kitchen, my wife was talking with me, and she said, I feel like I have my husband back, like the man that I originally married.
When we look at psychological benefit due to the psychedelics causing an altered state of consciousness, allows you to look at your previous trauma or yourself from a new light, especially when you're pairing that with psychotherapy from certified psychotherapists who have been trained in leveraging this medication and offering it in an environment where safety and screening and follow-up are paramount. They alter the neural connectivity, they quiet certain regions of the brain, the overactive regions that have a lot of negative self-talk, and they allow the patient's brain to be in a more malleable state and rebuild some of those neuronal highways.
Now, they heard from people from other states. I think Colorado and Oregon have some kind of decriminalization, with others focusing on the therapeutic uses of this. Some may find it difficult not to think of, comic books like Batman, where Arkham, they were using hallucinogenic drugs on prisoners there for whatever purposes. But obviously, I mean, that's a comic book world. Some of the testimony that was shared yesterday during the committee, pretty powerful. As you heard there, one of the individuals suffering from PTSD, being a veteran, the suicidal ideation that could happen. But a lot of testimony that I've seen, not just yesterday during that committee, but elsewhere, that people like veterans are helped immensely when they are using a psychedelic under the supervision of a trained therapist. But all of this not to say there aren't significant concerns. State Representative Bill Howder, who is also an emergency room physician, he raised substantial concerns about this whole idea of allowing for psychedelics, be it LSD, psilocybin. I'm not sure explicitly what they would legalize here, but these are pretty powerful substances. Are they safe to be used in this manner?
I want this to work, but in medicine, we cannot have emotion rule over evidence. And so I just urge the committee to see the potential and then go through the process. Thank you very much. In your opinion, would it be accurate to say that there's not enough research behind this medication for it to be approved?
Yes.
Do you think the evidence so far, the studies that have been done, are inadequate at this time?
Yes.
there is no FDA approval, and this is in fact an illegal substance?
Yes.
Do you believe it's accurate to say that there's not enough safeguards for patient safety?
Yes.
Are you concerned how it would be administered, and those administering would not have the proper education, expertise, training, and experience to handle and administer these medications?
Yes.
Are you concerned about the complications that may occur?
Yes.
Is that why the Illinois Psychiatric Society is opposed?
At least in part.
Well, there you got it. And that's just some of what you can see with America's Talking Network. When you subscribe, you can get those news clips in advance. But will that conversation proceed to legislation next year and possible passage in a state like Illinois? Something we'll be watching. They've got lame duck session coming up in early January before the new General Assembly seated, and we'll keep you posted on all of that and more here with Illinois in Focus Daily. Get the headlines at thecentersquare.com. Get the podcast where you get podcasts, and wake up with us each and every weekday morning live here with Illinois in Focus Daily.